What was he on about? My body, mister, come figure it out with the Sonnet Sisters.
Neighbours, Godspeed. Welcome to Sonnet Sisters. My name is Anna, and today I will be doing a cold reading of sonnet number 11. As fast as thou shalt wane, so fast thou grow'st in one of thine, from that which thou departest, and that fresh blood which youngly thou bestowest, thou mayst call thine when thou from youth convertest. Herein lives wisdom, beauty, and increase, without this folly, age, and cold decay. If all were minded so, the times should cease, and 80 years would make the world away. Let those whom nature hath not made for store, harsh, featureless, and rude, barrenly perish. Look whom she best endowed, she gave the more, which bounteous gift thou shouldst in bounty cherish. She carved thee for her seal, and meant thereby thou shouldst print more, not let that copy die. I have a feeling I know what this poem means. Welcome to the Fair Youth Chronicles. If you're familiar with the Fair Lord of Fair Youth sonnets, procreation sonnets, you'll probably get the gist of this poem. I feel a certain vibe. I'll try and do a very quick modern translation into very simple, very rounded up language. As quickly as you decline or perish, at the same rate you will grow. You'll grow just as fast in one of yours, so one of your kin, a child of yours. You'll grow just as fast via your child. I'm not sure about from that which thou departest, unless that means life. It's an odd phrasing if that's what it means. The fresh life you create or give, you can call your own when you start to age. So the fresh youth that you provide and create, you can call that your own when you start to age. In this notion or practice of child rearing, procreation, there is wisdom, beauty, increase, so growth, development maybe. I know before we've said that increase means procreation. Perhaps in this context it simply means there is more, there is a wealth, there is bounty. Without that, you will only come to folly, age, mould, rot, decay. If everyone thought this way, time or life would stop, and in 80 years, which I have no idea how many that is, maybe, is it 12 years a score? Is it 4 years? I need to look that up. In 3 times 4, or 12, or whatever it actually means, in that many years everybody would be dead. Let the uglies die, let the barren, unbestowed by nature, let them perish. Look what nature gave you and cherish it, or use it in bounty, use it a lot. Nature intended you as her signature, or standard, or exemplary image, and she intended for you to make copies of yourself, not to let your copy die. This sonnet is obviously laying on the pressure for the subject of the sonnet to have children again. However, it harkens back with a bit of positivity to sonnets number 1 and 5, because it kind of balances out the pressure and the nasty images with some nice images, or some compliments perhaps, unlike the blazing glory, which is almost all compliment, of sonnet number 7, and unlike the misery of sonnets number 3 and number 9. This is in iambic pentameter as usual. There are, I believe, 4 feminine endings, so 4 unstressed syllable endings of lines in this sonnet. There's from that which thou departest, when thou from youth convertest, harsh, featureless, and rude, barrenly perish, and shouldst in bounty cherish. So I think there's only one of those that is a positive image, and it's interesting that he's kept that in there as one of the only 4 feminine endings. The rest are, unstressed syllables, weak syllables at the end of the line, and unpleasant or negative images, which is quite an obvious link to make, but there's one positive left in there. Lots of short, sharp words in this poem. It's very simple. The language is very simple and direct, and the words that do have a few more syllables are repeated. So it's very direct, very simple, very clear. Here is my message. I need to make this as simple as possible for you to understand. Line, every single syllable is a different word. As fast as thou shalt wane, so fast thou growst. Quite unusual. And the longer words are kind of dotted about throughout the rest of the poem. So departist, convertist are at the ends of lines that are made up of lots of short words. In one of thine, from that which thou departest. Thou mayst call thine when thou from youth convertest. It's quite jarring, quite fascist, saying let the barren perish, let the harsh, featureless, rude, let the uglies die, we don't need their children. The image of a man as nature's seal is quite Aryan youth. It's very, the idea that all children should have one beautiful look, the perfect one look. Bit scary. I'm not moved by this sonnet. It doesn't really do anything for me, I must admit, on first impressions, and conceptually I have no idea how to perform it. I'm open to hear your thoughts. Please do let me know in the comments, tweet us, let us know what you think about who might say this and who they might say it to and why. Join me on Wednesday when I will be looking a little more in depth into the meaning behind this sonnet. Until then, rest ye merry. I think if you're familiar with the fair youth or fair